can you tell us really quickly how are the candidates that are on the campaign trail right now? What are their views? Pro-GMO, no GMO, flip-flop on GMO? Where are we at? Give us the lowdown.
Well, I want everybody to go to March Against Monsanto's website and go to the page about the October 16th and 17th protests and check out March Against Monsanto's great video. It has a lot of footage and quotes from politicians running for president right now, and it lists their views on GMOs. We know for sure that Hillary Clinton is very much pro-GMO. Rachel, I'm afraid to say I agree with you. I think that she's saying that she won't support the TPP right now just to get elected, and that's not really her politics. And you know, she hasn't gone back and forth about GMOs. She's avidly pro-GMO, and she does not support labels. So she's basically like all of the Republicans in the race. I don't know of any Republican candidate who has enlightened views on GMO regulation. We thought that perhaps Rand Paul would at least respect states' rights to labels, but he says he's opposed to labels in general just because he doesn't like any type of government regulation. So we shouldn't have any regulations to protect human health. And so he doesn't think that we should have GMO labels to begin with, but you know, he also doesn't support preemption. But if you're preempting something he doesn't like anyway, what's the problem? And he mouthed the Monsanto talking points and claimed improperly that GMO labels would increase food costs. And even the Washington Post, which is our DC paper, which is very conservative, even their fact-checking blog said that that claim earned 3 Pinocchios, that labels could have any impact on food prices. It's not credible. So Paul is even a disappointment. So all of the Republicans, including Rand Paul, Hillary Clinton, of course, on the Democratic side. You know, I'm not sure about all of the Democratic candidates, but we do know that Bernie Sanders is with us.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, it just got really hot in here all of a sudden. It's kind of like it's burning up. It's like, oh, all of a sudden I got really hot. Like I'm feeling this burn. I mean, can you feel the burn?
I feel it.
Is anyone out there feeling the burn? If you are, like, let us know if you're feeling the burn. So I just have to say, Bernie, I don't know. I mean, I don't really get excited about politics. I've told you I'm allergic, but somehow this particular movement behind Bernie is like sweet. And right now, he is actually in my home state of Arizona, in Tucson. Yeah. It turns out, now this is the rumor. This is the rumor that I found out I don't know, late last night, that Congressman Grijalva, who shout out to Congressman Grijalva, that he was the first person to endorse Bernie, and so Bernie got on a plane to fly to Tucson, and like half of my people, everybody is in Tucson, I'm in New Jersey, what the heck, but I can feel the burn all the way in New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think we could get some labels. I mean, I've heard him go off on the biotech industry in general. He's got some pretty good stances on other stuff too. He could maybe really get on board with the understanding about vaccine safety, and freedom of choice in that respect. But that's a whole nother show. But yeah. So what do you think? Do you think he'll give us labels? Do you think he'll give us bans? Do you think he'll give us some court time? What do you think we might get out of this?
Well, I think that Bernie Sanders' Food and Drug Administration would follow the law, and it would treat genetically modified organisms as food additives. It's what they are, and it would require GMOs to be safety tested and proven safe before we start eating them. And you know, maybe even we could demand a moratorium on the ones that are currently in the marketplace until they go through the process that they should have gone through to begin with. Even the American Medical Association has said that we should have systematic pre-market safety testing of GMOs, even the American Medical Association. And they don't even think there's anything wrong with GMOs, but they know that it's just the only reason that we don't know if there's anything wrong with GMOs is because they haven't been safety tested.
Well, so, I've been told that the #1 reason they don't want labels is not because they're necessarily afraid people won't buy their products. The #1 reason they're afraid of labels is because then the foods could be connected to health issues.
Yes.
And they don't want that connection. They don't want any traceability. I don't know if you guys remember the Starling corn,
Yep.
but it drove people's allergies crazy when that got in the food supply. GMOs, food allergies, and yes, let's put the labels on so we can know for sure. Let's link it, you know. But they are desperate not to have labels, not to have any linkage, no testing, no labels, just keep eating it. I mean, that's their philosophy. And if it were such a great product, they should promote it. Like, this is so great, and you know, there's nothing to worry about, and it's labeled. But no, they have to push our politicians to put it in the dark so they can hide whether there are any problems or not. And even in spite of that whole argument, whether I want to eat it or not is my choice. If I want to eat green peas or yellow carrots or whatever, it is my choice. I'm the consumer. Let me know, and I'll decide what to buy.